Hey, what's up guys, it's Afarius here coming at you with a new build video. With the recent patch update and arcane scaling being fixed on a lot of these weapons, there are many bleed builds that have become really strong, and I love that because that is my favorite type of play style in this game. Not just Elden Ring, I really enjoyed it even when it was nerfed in Dark Souls 3. So I'm just going to run you through something I've been playing around with using. What's really good about this is it's very versatile. You can use many different weapons, so you can get a lot of different play styles out of the way I have this set up. You don't just have to use the weapons I have here shown. I know the Rivers of Blood has been pretty overused, the katanas in general. I, however, have not used them much. That's why I'm kind of using it a little bit in this video. But the real weapon that shines in this one would be Mogwin's Sacred Spear. This thing is incredible, and I'm not optimized perfectly for any of these weapons because I'm set up so that I can use a plethora of items and weapons just to kind of alter the playstyle so it doesn't get dull. This setup is very good for PvE, but also very effective for PvP. So just really quick, I'll show you a couple of the movesets here. The katana moveset is pretty well known. You have the run-in R2 there that's really good for roll catching, and then the weapon art on this, of course, is very good if you can get it to connect. But it is seen pretty often, so people expect it if they see you rocking that weapon. However, this here, I love this weapon for PvP. It also, if you can get the full weapon art off in PvE, you can chunk boss health. It's just insane. So this is great for roll catches. You have the running R1, and then you have the running R2 here. It's a little bit slower wind up, so if people are kind of catching on to this running R2 poke, you can sometimes catch them off guard with this one. You have the jumping R1, or sorry, the jumping R1 that's pretty quick. You'll have the crouching attack that's a sweep. So this weapon is just incredible. You also have this weapon art that actually covers a pretty wide range and also gives your weapon a buff. So can't ever go wrong with that. I'll show you a little bit. The items I've got going on. I've got the White Mask, Radagon's Sword Seal, and Lord of Blood's Exaltation. So these three I would highly recommend for a bleed build like this. I also really recommend the Shard of Alexander for this build. It's not absolutely necessary, but it definitely helps out. The fourth one is kind of a flex slot. I have Godfrey's icon on. Another really good alternative would be Millicent's Prosthesis, especially for the Rivers of Blood katana. This also, the Rotten Winged Sword, its insignia, it would also be really good for this build. And for a defensive option, the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman is usually a go-to, and you can never go wrong with Erd Tree's Favor. So those are just some backup options to kind of give you some different things to try. Also, the Green Turtle Talisman is always decent. So with this build, you are not only limited to these two items. These are just the two I'm using for this video because I've not used them before in a video. Reduvia is a good choice if you love daggers. They're very good. I'm on a PvP, my PvP character that I've created, so a lot of these weapons I either don't have upgraded on this build or this character yet, or don't have them on this character because I kind of rushed through to 150. The Bloody Helix is very good and would do extremely well on this build. I've used it before in video, that's why I'm not using it for this particular one, but that would be very good. Another really good choice would be Eleonora's Pole Blade, as it also has been improved by the recent patch. So just some options, and that is a very wide playstyle just by switching between those weapons that I've mentioned, the daggers to the spear to the katana to the twin blade. So that's a lot of different things you can do with this build. Now I opted to go for more arcane for the better blood loss build up. I know these weapons scale, like this one scales better with dex, and this one scales about evenly with arcane and strength, but you can always choose to optimize and go for more raw damage if you would like. I wanted to go more of the arcane route, but you could definitely pump more into dexterity or to strength on your preference. What I did was I went to the vigor, mind, and endurance levels that I was comfortable with, went to arcane 60, and then just kind of put the rest into dex. I took my strength to 19, which was as low as I could have it and still be able to use Mogwin's spear, because with the sword seal it gave me +5 strength, including other attributes that allowed me to wield the spear. And so yeah, I've got a quick showcase of content, a few fights that I've done throughout the past day or so, and the little bit of time I've had to play this these last few days, and I'm just going to throw those at the end of this video to kind of show you what it does. There's an insane combo with this weapon art that I got on a boss that you'll be able to see there. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm sure I've missed something. I didn't want to dive too deep on how to get these items because there's tons of videos explaining where to get the white mask or the shard of Alexander. So if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them as best I can. But I hope you all have a good day and enjoy.